Okay, greetings, patriots, starseeds, light workers, and of course our brave military. Welcome, 1776 United. We're in a worldwide and galactic revolution. Now, I can see, based on everything going on, I can see very, very clearly that we are coming very, very close to the end here. This is the way the stock market is moving, and I've been watching that. Not that I'm saying I'm a connoisseur on this stuff, but do have good common sense, and I do see that there's a lot of things that are lining up. And if there's a couple of points that are starting to move in that direction, what I think they're going to do, you're going to see a stock market crash, and that's going to set off everything. And it'll probably get to the point where they have to pull the EBS based on the cleanup that's going on all the crazy lefties. Now, since the untimely and unfortunate death of Charlie, we have seen what the left is capable of doing. They have no reason or common sense in their mind. They don't fit reality. They don't understand reality, and a lot of them are brain controlled, mind controlled, and you can see this by the way they're acting out. They don't care about the consequences. They are absolute. Well, they have reptilian blood in them. Let's just face it. And the left right now, the remnants, whatever's left in small towns and cities, municipalities, and mayors and councilmen and school boards and stuff like that, don't you worry, we're going to get to you. I know that you're still out there committing crime and allowing kickbacks and all kinds of corruption that you're trying to protect, but it's going to go not too well for you. Okay, I don't want to get into too many words, so I really have to watch my words because I don't want to be kicked off. So, we are in the midst. We have won this war, and I don't want anybody to worry. I want everybody to kind of, take the ones you love and give them a hug and show your patience with people today. Every day you should show your patience with people, and don't be shy to give a moments of prayer over your food and bless that. If you got some silverware, start eating with the silverware. I'm going to go out there and see if I can find some some silverware at the your garage sales or the secondhand stores to see if I can do that, because there is a very good connection and a conduit with eating with silver and drinking out of copper cups and stuff like that. That is basically energizing the food. And I've done a little bit of studying on that, and I'm totally convinced. So we got to start living like kings. We got to start thinking like millionaires, because that's what's going to happen. Unfortunately for the left, all they're going to get is a small cell in the best case scenario. They have basically announced their own demise by their conduct and by their, basically, we didn't really have to do anything to expose them other than show our love and try to, show reason and try to convince them otherwise, and they would at the very best just hiss at you. And that's what they're doing now. So when I say we, that's the Space Force and the Global Alliance and the main Northern Command has basically identified all these crazies, and they are going to be dealt with. And insane asylums will be activated and will be put up. There will be lots of buildings around that will be easily converted back into insane asylums to get this correction of these reptile hybrids or reptilian hybrids with a lot of reptile or reptilian DNA in them. And they're worldwide, I'm sure, but not as bad as what they have done in the United States and Canada. And of course, there's Mexico. We can't leave little Mexico out there because, they've got a lot of, sicko bastards down there as well. So we're going to start cleaning this up and getting these crazies off the street. Eventually, you'll start seeing a lot of positive. What we have to continue, Patriots, is to continue, sharing our positive vibes, sharing our positive frequency. And please do not worry about nothing. Everything's fine. I know things are tough right now with trying to pay bills and put food on the table, and people are working and whatever. But there's a lot of things people can do. There's bills out there that really don't need to be paid. The small bills and stuff like that. Just forget about it, because with what is coming, or just try to bear with them. I mean, I had some pushback today with me talking about the IRS still alive. They're still sending me bills and stuff like that. I get it. I understand the stress, but what you have to do and start doing is just ignoring them, because this is their final push to try to scam any money out of anybody before they're taken down. And they're probably on the run, living out of motels with their laptop, trying to send out information to, send money into whatever type of box office, whatever. And I just don't know how they're able to still conduct their scam operations, but obviously they're still out there. And that's what I mean. They've taken up all the upper leadership. Even the mid-level leadership has been taken out and, replaced with a controlled enemy, I guess you want to call them. But they are being controlled by the alliance. And, of course, but the cities, like I said, the cities are now being cleaned up. And as you can see what's going on in the States right now, Memphis is a big, reptile hub. There's Chicago, big reptile hub. And, Seattle they're on Seattle now. Portland is getting cleaned up. All the deputies the National Guard have been deputized, and they're in there doing their thing. And if they're, it's a war of a cleanup. And, because these aliens, are dug in, it's going to be a bit of a pull to get them out of there. But there's going to be no match. They have no match up against these Marines, because they are battle hardened, and they're ready to go in there and clean up these cities and protect the Constitution. And like I said, Vancouver, we're coming very, very soon. All the big cities in Canada, the military is going to be in very, very soon. And I know that, they're not going to put up with this stuff. But we, as a republic, will be taking responsibility. I'm seeing all kinds of things around the world right now. I'm seeing the courthouses in England right now judges are being arrested by the people. The police have a choice to either arrest the judges or be arrested themselves. The English people there are taking initiative and sounding off the Magna Carta, which is their Constitution, and we're going to go from there. So, as far as Canada getting active, we've been very, very quiet, and maybe we have this, this sense of security. I don't know why we do, but it's a false sense of security, and like I said, we're not out of the woods yet by far, but we do. We can fight back in our own little way, and which I have been doing, and not playing into the matrix myths, keeping my accounts cleaned right out, keeping them open, but cleaning them right out and giving them no money to deal with. And I found out, I mean, me trying to go in there and to buy more silver or trade gold with silver or whatever, it was not what I wanted because there was no silver. So everybody, I mean, when I got into the W or VBCE exchange center yesterday, they were plowing through 100 people an hour, in lineups of people doing money exchange or buying silver or doing something, and they've got nothing left. They're cleaned right out, and that was the main office in Vancouver. Now they do have other offices. I'm going to go try and hit the one that's closer. It's a one that just opened up in Guildford. I'm going to go try and see what I can do there tomorrow and see what they have, and because this will tell me exactly what's going on in the world right now. They tried to, basically silver and gold and platinum, palladium are weeks away from skyrocketing because if the stock market does crash, that means the precious metals will skyrocket, they'll go vertical, and the money will be basically null and void. You will still be able to buy food and whatever until the banks do shut down. A lot of people are saying that the banks aren't going to shut down in Canada. Well, let's just see what happens here. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and get in a pissing contest with everybody saying what's going to happen, or take assumptions on everything. It really doesn't matter. I'm just telling you. I'm reporting that 86,000 banks shut down in Southeast Asia, Thailand, and Vietnam, and Malaysia, specifically, and 86,000 banks. That's a lot of banks. Okay, so you're saying they're not going to hit North America? Well, Asia is more powerful than North America in a lot of ways because they have more money, and if it can happen to them, why wouldn't it happen to us? Okay. So I'm just telling you that, prepare yourself, everybody. Take money out of your accounts and put some aside there for what is about to happen. Okay. Make sure you got some foods, for 10 days and, get yourself prepared for a shutdown. Okay. Because it could very, very well happen. I think, in my own perspective, the way I'm seeing things, I think there's going to be a crash this month between now and the end of September. And I think all hell is about to break loose. This last episode, this event, this incident with Charlie is the shot that was heard around the world, and this will ignite the whole everything. Everything's going to be ignited because of this, especially the stock market. And Trump is announcing something big at the UN meeting, I guess, in New York next week. So let's just see what he has to say about what's going to go happen there. We don't even know if it's going to be the real Trump or the fake Trump. We don't know. But we have to sit back and watch this and prepare ourselves. Not just financially, but for do it physically, for food and everything else, and prepare for for lights out, because I believe this is all coming. Every time I walk into an exchange center and stuff like that, it's getting crazy because there's nothing left. And the people are waking up to this. If you've got 100 people lined up, I mean, I went in there, because I had to go down to Vancouver. I had to park about 3 streets over on Seymour, and then get a parking spot that cost me just a parking meter for an hour and a half was $10. Right? I had to put in toonies, just to get me an hour and a half there, which was fine. But I had to walk back 3 blocks down the city streets. Very, very busy. And then when I got into the exchange center, I was like 30 people behind, and I'm going, holy shit. So then I started, but they had 7 booths, right? So they were calling, seven, number 7 is open, number 5 is open, next for number 4, whatever, right? So I'm watching it and timing it, how many people were going through, and it was going fairly quick. They were really pumping them through. But I can tell by the short meetings they were having, because they didn't have nothing. They were doing a lot of exchange, currency exchanging, but they weren't doing any, not very much metals. And, it was just like, me dropping the metal on there. I said, can I trade this for this and this, that, and the other thing? No, we don't have that. We don't have this. I mean, I had more in my pocket than they did. So, this tells me that, when this shit hits the fan, and I'm gonna confirm this tomorrow, by me going into Guildford and checking out and see how much, if they do have any silver there. And if they don't, then I can tell you right now, silver's about to take off. And actually, all the metals are about to take off. Anyways, that being said, I hope everybody has a great day. Now, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer the best I can. And I'm around just kind of hanging out like everybody else is right now. Bye now.